Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Mandy from Hope Designs. Sorry about my voice. I've been fighting a sinus thing or whatever. But I wanted to do some of these voiceovers because I did a lot of playing around the other day and I haven't uploaded all the videos. So on this particular day I was still playing around with the Copper Cell Activator and using a pretty similar color palette. So that first color is Arteza Pearl Deep Brown. I'm just practicing on some little coaster tiles. The second color is Harvest Leaf from Colourarte. I think that's Harvest Leaf. I had a few of them mixed up, so I was playing around with them. And this one is Butter Toffee from Colourarte. That's from the new Puttin on the Glitz, and it's really, really beautiful. They're both actually very beautiful. And for someone who never really uses browns, I was using brown in like every single pour this day, and now I have all these ideas with it, so I obviously like it more than I thought. It worked as a great contrast with some of the other colors. So I started mixing up colors with a similar color palette and changing like one major color to see kind of how the results varied, because if you watch some of our previous videos, I told you I was determined to not make 3 or 4 different cell activators, but to use one until it was pretty much used up and then make a fresh batch, because I tend to waste my Australian Floetrol by mixing up too much. So this color is Malachite from the Puttin on the Glitz Primary Elements set. So the Puttin on the Glitz, they are primary elements, but they're semi-opaque. So they have a little bit more opacity and serious sparkle. So I added the malachite in. Now I was still adding a little bit of white and black to all of them. I later, after a lot of trial and error, discovered that I like just using the black in some of them. Now, as you can see, both the white and the black are a little too thick. And on this particular day, I was still trying to practice blowing out the cell activator with my mouth instead of using, a hair dryer or a leaf blower or whatever, because I'm really trying to get better at the technique just the old-fashioned way. So some days I'm going to do one, some days I'm going to do the other, because I want to be able to perfect both ways, even though sometimes it's easier. Sometimes you have more control with blowing it out yourself, and so a lot of the things that you might want to do or practice, you're a little bit limited sometimes if you're using a tool. So sorry about my big head there. So what I'm trying to do, which you can't really tell because there's really no way for me to film and give you a side view, is I'm trying to kind of blow out the initial circle a little bit to spread it out, and then I'm blowing it across the paint. Now, if you see Shelly do this, she somehow does that all at once with one big woof, and I can't do that yet. Or maybe I overanalyze it, and maybe I could, but yeah. So yeah. If you see me taking a really long time, that's why I'm trying to be very methodical at what I'm doing. So you can see I got a lot of cell activator in one particular place. Didn't do a great job getting coverage everywhere. Sorry, that's my dog making noise. One of the things I'm noticing is that I tend to use too much cell activator and then I don't blow it out and disperse it as evenly. Maybe it's because I am too slow at moving it across the paint, but what's happening is it's leaving too much cell activator on a particular surface, and that causes it not to give me the tight little nice cells that I really want. So I'm working on that, but that's why I'm doing a lot of this practicing. So it's not necessarily because I just like to make coasters instead of actual paintings. It's just that this is one of the ways that you practice. So if you're new to the bloom technique, this is this is going to be what you do. You practice a lot on really small surfaces. Then when you feel a little bit more comfortable, you move to larger surfaces. So that's kind of what we're doing there. So what I am doing here is just trying to break up what I left on the surface. That doesn't always work very well for me. So, and while I'm waiting for the cell activator to, or the rest of the paint to come back into the center before we spin, I'm just kind of trying to break up that big blobby part. So I will say once the white stretches out over that green, it mutes the green a little bit, obviously, because it's white and the white is an opaque color, but it still dries really cool. And after I put resin on it, it looked really beautiful. I have since resined this set. I think I only did 2 of the 4 coasters on this video. I don't remember. But they're a lot of fun. I practiced with the Bellagio blue, so you'll see that video coming up. I did have a lot of trial and error when I got to paint that day. So maybe I only did 1 coaster in this video because it feels like it's taken me a long time to get there. All right, we're about to spin. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this particular color palette, just using some neutral colors and incorporating some other colors in there. And I'm going to continue to do that. But now I have it's been almost a week since I've mixed up this cell activator. And so now I feel like I'm going to have to mix up a fresh batch again, which is the story of my life. I always mix it up and then think I'm going to be able to use it. And then things get busy and I haven't been feeling too well. So I've had to kind of chill with being too ambitious. You can see that one big white spot where I didn't blow that out too well. And it always happens, right? There's always like that one spot. But overall, I still think this set turns out really nicely. And I will show the finished product on our social media, so follow us there if you don't. The links are below. And once I have them up on our Etsy shop, I also usually come back and pin a comment on the video to let you know where they're listed for anyone who's interested. It does take me a little bit to get them listed on Etsy because by the time they get listed, they have to be ready to ship. So that means they have to be resined and then be dry enough to box up. So they have been resined pretty much, I think. So I still have to sand them and put cork bottoms on them. But I really enjoy practicing with tiles, and you know, if they turn out kind of wacky, then I either resin them and take a chance that someone will like them, or I let them dry and I score the edges and peel the skins off and use them for jewelry or for magnets or something. I don't waste the paint most of the time. If there's anything salvageable about it, I will use it. It's too painful to lose it and not salvage what is nice about it. So if nothing else, it'll be a pendant or a magnet, and you'd be surprised how many people enjoy magnets and things like that. So there you go. There's kind of a close-up. A lot of detail. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Thank you. Here is just a glimpse of the finished set after resin. Up close so you can see a little sparkle action there. I think they turned out really beautiful. Thank you so much again for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for all your support.